Elise dreamed of being on the world stage, and she had the talent to make it. But it was all taken from her, killed by a driver, allegedly drunk and on drugs. If that wasn't hard enough for her family, now they feel dismissed, ignored, like the system is stacked against them.
You should be here with us, and you're not.
24 is too young to be killed.
Elise Hodder could never hide the smile that would become her trademark. A determined, athletic, spirited girl, a beloved sister to two devoted big brothers, and to her parents Michael and Pauline, beautiful in every way.
She was gorgeous. She was always bubbly, a little bit sassy, lots of fun.
She was a beautiful person, but very much focused on others.
After growing up in Melbourne's Clifton Hill, Elise had been working as a lifeguard at a local pool when she began to explore a career in modelling.
Elise saw herself as a goat, as a mountain goat, and her friends thought that was hilarious, and they see her as a swan.
At 24, she had just had her photographs published in New York fashion magazine Vanguard.
She was so delighted about that. She didn't make a big scene of it.
A 24-year-old is in the prime of their lives, and our poor darling girl has never got to be who she was supposed to be.
On October 13 last year, Elise was celebrating a friend's birthday.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you remember of that night?
I drove her to her friend's place. As we were driving there, Elise looked at me and said, "You're a really special mum. I love you so much." I think there were about 7 of them headed off to this party, just looking for, just a nice birthday celebration night. And then within hours, we had the police at our front door.
Elise and her friends had been at a rave in Kooyong when a young man got in his car and allegedly attempted to reverse, accelerating into them. The young woman whose birthday they were celebrating suffered severe leg injuries. Elise never came home.
For any parent, any father, any mother, not to be able to protect their child and know that she's still lying under a car for many hours is really devastating.
In the hours that followed, 23-year-old Connor Matheson was charged. In court, police alleged he was unlicensed, had cannabis in his system and had returned a breath test more than 3 times the legal alcohol limit. He was bailed after his father put up a $100,000 surety.
Connor, are you relieved to be granted bail?
The 23-year-old has no relevant prior criminal history, but the court heard he's been struggling with undiagnosed mental health issues.
We're fighting to survive and come to terms that our girl's lying in the coroner's court. But immediately it became evident to me as we battled our way through this trauma and this catastrophic event that we were not in the first carriage there in relation to justice.
5 months later, Matheson admitted to the dangerous driving offences, but will fight the more serious charge of culpable driving causing death. His lawyer telling the court he accepts responsibility.
He is apologetic?
He has repeatedly apologised.
And it breaks our hearts. We've not only got the first layer trauma of our daughter being killed, we have the secondary trauma that will last us 12, 18 months of constant court appearances. That is just horrific.
It's only once someone is convicted that victims and their families can formally have their say in court through victim impact statements. Michael and Pauline have no idea how far away that day might be. While Matheson has admitted to dangerous driving, the next step is a directions hearing here at the county court, where the rest of his charges may go to trial.
We don't know when the end is. For us, this mortal wounding we've got forever. When a victim impact statement is required, we have no idea. That's why at the front end we need to be involved along the journey to feel like justice has been served.
Michael and Pauline believe victims and their loved ones should have a chance to be heard if an alleged offender applies for bail.
My daughter has no voice. She's been killed. We're her voice, and we would have put forward our concerns.
Michael has spent his career as a consultant working with the Victorian government. He knows he has better access to those in power than many other families.
I can't find an advisory committee that actually I can talk to.
He says comments made by Police Minister Anthony Carbines show politicians are out of touch.
We've got plenty of stuff in the bottom of the drawer that I can pull out that will hold offenders to account. There are no illusions about that.
It shows a total disregard for people and community in this state and all those affected.
The Victorian government has since legislated what they call the toughest bail laws in the country. But Michael and Pauline still don't feel like anyone is listening to families like theirs.
There is very little direct support. You have to fight your way still into the system.
It's so important because when you're suffering from trauma, it's hard to remember anything. It would be very, very helpful to have a constant person.
The dreams Elise had to see more of the world, to cement herself in her career and have her own family will always be just dreams. But Michael and Pauline hope through their grief they can create change and improve other people's lives the way Elise did.
I've got a little door hanger that's around the light next to my bed that my daughter gave me about prep, I think it was. She's got on it, "Dad, I hope your dreams come true." They haven't. They have not, sweetheart. You should be here with us, and you're not.
She should, and you feel so much for them and think of the added helplessness of feeling ignored by those in power. And sadly, we hear it far too often.